Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folks with an X, thank you for joining me. We have several interesting stories today. First, CNN Plus collapses as Tucker Carlson walks all the way to the bank. Nice. 2. Straight out of 1984, the Biden regime creates and enacts the Ministry of Truth. Not nice. And finally, child indoctrinators are at it again in our schools and camps. Not nice. Right, Luna? Right. Let's be honest, okay? We like honesty here at GastonTheGinger.com. If Elon Musk can buy Twitter for $44 billion, you can follow me on Twitter. It's free, you know? Plus, you get to see all my thoughts and ideas and opinions that don't make it on to my videos. But now, since we're making a video, let's move on. Tucker Carlson mocks the death of CNN Plus. If you don't already know, CNN launched a subscription service called CNN Plus, which collapsed within a month of its launch. Hundreds of millions of dollars were invested, $300 million to be exact. And it just collapsed because who's going to want to pay to see CNN when nobody wants to see CNN for free? Well, let's hear what Tucker has to say.
So here's some interesting financial news. The stock price at Netflix, which is completely changing entertainment, is down dramatically. 40% just this week. Why? Well, Elon Musk put it this way, quote, "The woke mind virus is making Netflix unwatchable."
Looks like Elon Musk is coming after more than one woke company. And he's completely right. Netflix is going woke. They got things about pregnant men.
So at CNN, where there is a shortage of self-awareness, supply chain issues apparently, the House eunuch took the opportunity to squeak, to gloat about the fall of Netflix. Watch this.
Netflix getting awful reviews for its poor Q1 earnings report. The stock tanking right now. What it means for your sharing of passwords and much more. Netflix, more like Notflix. It's pretty bad. I think what...
How did Brian Stelter get a job as a fucking host in CNN? Look at him. He's not good looking. He's not smart. He's not old. He doesn't have experience. He's 35. How did This is the embodiment of CNN right here. It's the perfect embodiment of CNN. Unwatchable. Can't even look at it.
happened for Netflix for a while. They were high on their own supply. They believed they were the future of everything. Everything was going to be streaming all the time. And maybe that's not quite true.
That is quite true. Everything is streaming all the time. It's just that every major corporation that produces content started streaming it themselves. Disney, ABC. I'm sure there's more. HBO. Fucking Apple. Everybody. Disney. Did I say that already? I don't know.
They were high on their own supply. They convinced them of something that was implausible. They told themselves lies. Yeah. Well, it turns out that CNN's own streaming service called CNN Plus is now shutting down. Fox Business's Charlie Gasparino predicted this would happen weeks ago. In response to that, the spokesman over at CNN, Mac Dornick, wrote back and scolded him, quote, "For the record, we are very happy with the launch of CNN Plus and are bracing for a long run of success." Weirdly, viewers didn't agree, even though CNN Plus went on to air several bombshell exclusive interviews, including one with Tony Fauci, where he said he's for mask mandates. And yet, weirdly, nobody watched.
Sorry about that. I fell on my phone and I got a call, so whoopsie doodle. Let's move on to child indoctrinators. You know where that's from. Anyway, Libs of TikTok, courtesy of Libs of TikTok. I'm sure you all know what Libs of TikTok is because the Washington Post and Taylor Lorenz doxed her this week. Yeah, they wrote this whole article about Libs of TikTok, the right wing, blah, 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 blah. Libs of TikTok is a hero, is a savior, because she is showing the world the depravity and the delusion that is the mind of the leftists. And even worse, the mind of the next generation of leftists, of kids. So let's take a look at this. Teacher show slideshow, they played for... Why are you saying they? It's a she. Or whatever. I don't know. Teacher show slideshow, they played for students to come out as trans and non-binary. Students were taught that people can be born in the wrong bodies and sometimes aren't boy or girl. In class, instead of going Miss Baseman, now you can say Mix Beeman. Mix. And that's why when I say folks, I say it with an X, because I'm inclusive and diverse. And instead of saying she, you can say they or he when talking about me. I was born in the wrong body. Even though I was born a girl, I feel more like a boy on the inside. But don't fully feel like either. Oh, okay, so you're fucking crazy. It will take time and practice to remember to say mix beeman, but we will work through it together. What is transgender? Some people are born in the wrong body. Their body might not match what they feel on the inside. This is called transgender. No, it's not. It's called delusion, mental delusion, body dysmorphia. What is non-binary? Some people don't feel like a boy or a girl. They may feel like both or neither. Some people may feel like, dogs. Like her. She's cute, right? She's cute. She's cute. All right. All right. So that's a teacher, and that slideshow was shown to her students. So that's good. You send your kids to school, you think they're going to learn math and history and English. Instead, they learn what transgenderism is. Mom, I want you to call me Mixa. All right. So I tweeted this. It says, let's teach second graders about pleasure-based sexuality. That makes sense. #groomers. Rhode Island students deserve sex ed that's accurate, affirming, and honest. But at many schools, they're not getting it. This week, the Rhode Island Senate will hold a hearing in S-2285, a bill to make sex ed more inclusive for all identities. Learn more here. Let's learn more. Better sex ed. Rhode Island students deserve accurate, affirming, and inclusive sexual education. All students deserve medically accurate, affirming, inclusive, and pleasure-based sex ed. That's not happening in Rhode Island. We can change it. With this bill, Rhode Island public schools must provide sexual education programs that are appropriate for students of all races, gender identities and expressions, sexual orientations, ethnic and cultural backgrounds. There are tribes in New Guinea that the older men make the little boys suck them off. Should we include them in the ethnic and cultural backgrounds? Are we including all of them? Everybody? Of course, that's an extreme example. But this is ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. Pleasure-based sexuality for kids? Are you fucked? What is that? What is pleasure-based sexuality? Excuse me, pleasure-based sex ed, not sexuality. My mistake. Luke Rosiak is an investigative journalist for the Daily Wire. And I'm not going to read you the whole piece, obviously, because I am a subscriber to Daily Wire, and I don't want to steal from them by showing their private content to all of you. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read you the tweet. At Camp Diversity in California, critical race theory activists tortured children to convince them they're oppressed. Adults told Asian boys they had small penises, ordered Hispanics to clean up, and hit kids in the head so they can feel how it is to be harassed. Well, as a Hispanic myself, this is fucked up. Also, I'm an attorney. I'm not a janitor. I don't know what this is implying. It's racist. This is a cult. How wealthy Santa Barbara foreshadowed the fight against crackpot curriculum. Sorry, guys, I can't read the story. And you don't want me to read this story. It's long as shit. So check this out. I still can't get over the sheer audacity of this book aimed at young children. To suggest to a child that a doctor or even their own family made a guess about their sex when they were born, which could be wrong, sows a cruel seed of doubt and confusion. Yes, of course. So what is he talking about? He's talking about this book. See, when you were born, you couldn't tell people who you were or how you felt. They looked at you and made a guess. Maybe they got it right. maybe they got it wrong. Or maybe they didn't make a guess. Maybe they made a statement, a factual statement, because they saw a penis or a vagina. And in the extreme case that it's a hermaphrodite born with both, then the doctor would say, oh, what do we have here? And to say, oh, well, people are born with both sexes, blah, blah, blah. No, it's an anomaly. People are born with 6 fingers in one hand. So what? Humans have 5. But now let's leave the child indoctrinators behind and let's talk 1984, more specifically the Ministry of Truth. Because as we stated before in this video, Elon Musk bought Twitter in the hopes to make Twitter the town square, respectful of free speech for all, in the left and in the right. But the leftists are panicking, and that's my next video. I'm gonna show you the worst leftist takes of Elon Musk buying Twitter. But this is a little more important, so I added it in today's video. They're going all out Ministry of Truth. Check this out.
The Surgeon General has said that misinformation about COVID amounts to a public health crisis.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, regardless of ownership, would the White House be interested in working with Twitter like it has in the past to continue to combat this kind of misinformation? Or are we in a different part of the pandemic where that kind of partnership is no longer necessary?
Well, I think we engage regularly with all social media platforms about steps that can be taken. That has continued, and I'm sure it will continue. But there are also reforms that we think Congress could take, and we would support taking, including reforming Section 230, enacting antitrust reforms, requiring more transparency, and the president is encouraged by the bipartisan support for or engagement in those efforts.
You got to call in the middle of that again, but you got you got the gist of it. The Biden administration said they will take steps to combat misinformation on social media. Should the government be involved in telling private companies what they can and cannot have in their social media feeds? What people can and cannot say? No. Government should take its paws off everything, including the income tax, which is theft. If you don't know the history of the income tax, look it up. You'll be as pissed as I am. Anyway, that's all for today. I am going to go have dinner, and I'm going to publish this tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. If you like the video, share it with your friends, share it with family, hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. See you next time.